Tonight we begin in Sapphire, where a woman is attempting to pick up the pieces after a tree fell on her house. Right now, efforts are underway to help her rebuild. News 13's Hannah McKenzie has the story.
High winds caused this large tree to topple last week, crushing part of Patsy Case's home. Her family tells me it's just the latest blow in a string of unfortunate events.
You can tell where the tree came straight down.
Patsy Case's home of the last 30 years partially destroyed after a neighbor's tree took out a bedroom and bathroom 1 week ago here on Porcupine Path.
I was laying in bed and I heard a crash. And I heard my son screaming.
The large limbs landing feet from her sleeping son and grandson.
I thank God that JD and Jordan were safe.
The fire department removed the tree, boarded up the holes, and tarped the roof. As for repairs, Case is uninsured and on a fixed income. She's gotten conflicting information about who's liable for the damage and can't get a hold of her neighbor. The house currently listed for sale.
I called the realty company that has it and asked them for the owner to call me, and I haven't heard nothing back.
She reached out to the American Red Cross, but they told her they'd have to deem the home uninhabitable and could only provide temporary shelter. With nowhere else to go, she's still living in the house, sleeping on the couch. Her son and grandson sharing the only undamaged bedroom.
I don't know what to do, really. My mind has still not grasped it.
Melissa Landrum, Case's niece, set up a GoFundMe page.
She's been there for me my whole life, so I feel like, I want to try to be there for her as much as I can.
Landrum telling us her newly widowed aunt is more like a second mother. She's also a breast cancer survivor and has full custody of her 12-year-old grandson.
It's just been one thing after the other, and I just wish that she could find a break, catch one somewhere.
Until then, Case is clinging to her faith.
God's going to pull me out of this somehow. He is.
If you would like to help Case, we have a link to that GoFundMe on our website, WLOS.com.
A Forsyth County woman says she is living her passion, saving animals. She is now on a mission to make North Carolina a no-kill state. ABC 45's Sarah Mastori speaks with the animal advocate on her efforts so far.
You are a big boy. Do you want to be a model?
2 years ago, Jenna Smith went to adopt at the Guilford County Animal Shelter after she had a pet pass away.
When I was walking through the shelter, there was one sweet dog in particular, and I looked into his cage and I looked into his eyes, and I saw a look of absolute pure defeat and despair.
Smith later found out that same dog was abused and eventually euthanized.
Animals truly have feelings and emotions just like we do as people.
That's when she decided to create the Facebook page Foster Adopt North Carolina, which already has 38,000 members.
Yes. He says, I don't know what to do. Our ultimate goal is to change North Carolina from the third highest euthanasia rate in the country to no kill.
The passionate animal lover works to connect fosters and adopters with rescues and shelters. The Facebook page offers a centralized location where folks can find urgent animals in the state.
There's always going to be a lot of people that care, but there's never going to be enough foster homes or adopters, even as much as we recruit. So I truly believe that we need to have mandatory spay and neuter laws to save lives.
And that's why Smith wants to take her efforts to the legislative level.
I believe that we need stricter animal cruelty laws and harsher penalties for that.
So far, Smith has been able to save more than 100 animals herself, but with the Facebook group and her team of volunteers, make that thousands.
Large dogs is our biggest need, and also cats. Most people don't realize in most shelters in North Carolina, over 50% of cats are euthanized. And there's still shelters in North Carolina where 80-90% of animals are euthanized.
But when she does have downtime, you can find Smith playing with her two fur babies, Doppler, a 7-year-old Jack Russell, and Rose, who quite enjoys her squeaky toys.
We call her 100% baby because she's 60 pounds and she loves to cuddle.
Now Smith works with rescues to ensure animals are up to date on their vaccines, verify a pet owner's characteristics, and conduct home checks. If anyone is interested in fostering or adopting, just go to Foster Adopt NC on Facebook. We'll link all that up at abc45.com.
Hey, Tessa, that's right. Around 250,000 people are expected to come through Somerville for, of course, the Flowertown Festival. So it's a really busy weekend here. Earlier, I caught up with the YMCA, and I learned a little bit more about how the fundraiser helps them throughout the year.
Flowertown Festival is back in the spring for the first time since before the pandemic. It is a wonderful opportunity to have some normalcy. We are so excited to see people out smiling, children laughing, children riding rides with no worries and carefree. It's just a beautiful sight to see our community doing something normal.
The 3-day event is the biggest fundraiser for the YMCA. Stud says the festival typically brings in $200,000, and they use the money to help kids and families right here at home. They provide full memberships, and with summer coming, it's a busy time where some parents need help paying for summer childcare.
We want every child in the Low Country to have access to swim lessons. It's so important. So if you come to us, part of the money raised is going to put a child through swim lessons. With that same token, summer camp is a huge need for working parents.
They also use the money to help kids who don't have a bed.
We also have a beautiful program called Togetherhood, where we go into the community and we serve them by building beds for children that may not have their own bed.
But the festival doesn't just benefit children, it also benefits adults.
Whether you are a mom that is looking for a scholarship so that you can exercise while your children are in child development, or if you're looking for a program as an adult for blood pressure self-monitoring or diabetes prevention.
Most of the money raised through the festival comes from the vendor fees. As nonprofits rebound from the COVID cancellations, every bit collected counts.
So every dollar that we raise in this festival, we pour back into Summerville. We do so much more than you may see on the surface when you think of a fitness facility.
And the festival is over for today. It ended at 5 o'clock, but tomorrow they're back all day from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then on Sunday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.